Right.
It's okay. We're going live right now. Okay, guys, so we are going live. We're going to be broadcasting live in about 30 seconds from now. It is just uploading here. Awesome. Okay, so we are live, and I'm going to hit record. Okay, guys, so we are going live. We're going to be broadcasting live. Okay, guys, so we should be live here, and we are recording. Welcome, everyone. We are Shawn and Emily Stoik. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We are super excited to be able to host you all and share some of our hearts and the things that we're excited about.
Hopefully you guys can hear us and see us. If somehow you can't, just do a quick little text in the window there. But thank you so much for joining us tonight.
So we are Shawn and Emily Stoik, and as promised, we wanted to cover some of the top things to be paying attention to and looking for when you are researching to find your soulmate solution for freedom, whether that be health freedom or financial freedom or time freedom. So to kind of preface what kind of spurred this in the first place, in the last couple of weeks, I've gotten a lot of private messages on Facebook from people who were asking me for my opinion on various companies or products. People just asking me, what do you think about this? Is this something I should try? Is this something I should pursue? And interestingly enough, our background is actually in teaching online marketing and home-based development. And part of what we used to do with that was actually to write reviews about companies to help people with exactly that, how to know what to pursue and what to steer clear of. And there are some really important categories to take into account with that.
Well, there's so many things to look for. You know, when you're looking for something online, I mean, there is like so many choices, and a lot of times people don't know what to look for, what to even research on. And so we've been doing this for a while now, over 10 years, made well over $1 million in this industry. But more importantly, we've been able to help so many families make income as well. And even more importantly yet, get their health back, get their energy back. There are so many people in these days that literally don't have any energy. They're carrying that dangerous visceral fat around their midsection. They're going up to a job that they don't like, and they want a way out, but they look online, they Google, they check something out, it almost looks too good to be true, or there's a catch, or whatever it is. So we narrow it down, we search, we still do reviews to this day. We want to know, we look for exactly what a person wants and what is a good company to be a part of, so you're not going to have these crazy stories of something that you try and didn't work. And that's why we're so excited about this company, because our company that we're with right now, they are breaking a new millionaire every week or every 2 weeks. To me, that's incredible, because that company that's been around for 8, 9, 10 years is still growing and creating a new millionaire every week. That is huge. That means the products absolutely are working, because nobody's going to take something if it's not working, right? If the products are working, the company is growing, and everybody's succeeding.
But how do you know? See, that's one of the things that people are constantly asking us is, how do I know? What should I be looking for? What are some of the big things that I should really be digging into when I'm doing my own due diligence to find that perfect fit? You know, so Shawn and I have been blessed to be working from home our entire marriage, and so it's been such a lifesaver for us, for our lifestyle, for our children, to be able to have that time freedom and financial freedom. But I know so many other people are praying for solutions, they're looking for answers, but they just don't know what to look for. So to kind of back up a little bit, you know, why might you be looking at this in the first place? Like, there's so many reasons that might spur a person to be looking for a plan B or for a solution. For us, we wanted to be in control of our own future, our own life, wanted to be our own boss. We didn't want to have the kind of situation where Shawn had to be away from me and the kids, and he wasn't able to, you know, set his own hours. We couldn't decide when we could take a vacation, or, you know, when we could have a break. We didn't want to have a boss telling us, this is when you can do this, or this is when you can do that. So to be able to be in charge of designing your own life, that's freedom.
Well, that's a good point, Jen. I mean, there's so many bosses out there, and I love them, but they're literally deciding for the person when you can take your break, when you can go on a holiday, when you can go to the bathroom. I mean, getting the wrong advice from the wrong person. I was a classic example about, you know, on this about 10 years ago, and I was getting advice from my buddies, and they were telling me, Shawn, this is how you be successful. This is how you become healthy. This is how you got to do this. And I was listening to them. And I was a young kid, you know, 18, 19, 20 years old. You don't really know. You're just listening. And I got more personal with them. You know what I found out, guys? Because I saw their house and I saw their car in their lifestyle, but I found out that the bank owned their house. The bank owned their car, the bank owned everything. Everything was put on credit cards, and a lot of them had student loan debt as well. So they lived this crazy, amazing life, putting on this big image to show, and the bank owned everything, and everything's on payments. And when I found that out, I mean, I was choked. I was ticked off. I mean, I got the wrong advice, listened to the wrong people, and getting the wrong advice. It was kind of my fault as well. But I learned very quickly that I want to follow people who know what they're talking about. If I'm going to be a professional baseball player, I'm going to follow someone who's a professional hockey player. I'm going to follow someone that's a professional hockey player. Maybe take some advice from Wayne Gretzky. It's all about who you're listening to. It's very, very, very important. So if health is your thing, if retiring young is your thing, you want to listen to people who've been there before. Does that make sense? Because of course we can Google anything, and you go online, there's always somebody that gets involved with something, don't do any work, and yet they blame everybody else. So we narrow it down so people know exactly what to look for to have a successful company. And it's so cool because we're actually one of the biggest teams in our company, Isogenics, and we just got an incredible upline. It's all about pouring into the next person. Because people don't care how much we know until they know how much we care. It's the next person. Are they getting results? Are the products working? That's what builds something, a legacy for your family and for your kids.
Absolutely. So a quick disclaimer before we go any further, that the products that we're going to talk about, they're not drugs, they're not medication. It's food, it's nutrition, it's giving your body what it needs to be healthy. It's not about curing anything or preventing disease. This is about giving your body what it needs to be healthy, because God created our bodies right in the first place. Our bodies know what to do when given the proper ingredients and nutrition to be healthy. And then it comes to the financial side of it as well, is that these are not results that are guaranteed. You know, it's not necessarily
It's not typical, but who wants typical,
exactly.
Right? I don't want typical, but like anything in life, you get out what you put in. So
yes.
You absolutely need this work. This is not a get rich quick. There's nothing like that in life. This is not, come in and you're going to lose crazy amounts of weight the next day. It's nothing like that. Our products work, but they last. You're building something long-term, so the weight comes off and stays off. So the energy comes and the energy stays, right? And also for the income, it lasts, for long-term for your family.
Definitely. So we're just kind of showing you what's possible here when you do put in that work and effort. So we have a few of these top frequently asked questions and categories that's really important to pay attention to. One of the first ones is, am I in the right industry? How do I know if I'm part of the right industry in the first place? So one of the things to pay attention to, world-leading economist Paul Pilzer actually said that the wellness industry is going to be $1 trillion industry. So it's really important to know that you have something that is in demand, something that people want and that they need. So we know that people are lying awake at night. The statistics show that they are lying awake at night stressing about either their health, their finances, or the fact that they're just too busy. They have so much on their plate, they're so overwhelmed, and they have no time to enjoy their time either with their families and their children or with their friends. And so what if you had a solution that could address all three of those things, to be able to help people who are really praying for it?
Absolutely, and that's the number one thing that you need to be involved with. If you're going to get involved with something that's going to help your family financially, you want to be involved in the health industry. It's very, very important. I mean, there's some amazing companies out there. I don't care if it's candles or coconuts or Tupperware or whatever it is. If the rest of the world doesn't care about it or there's not a need for it, you're soon going to find out this is not growing and things aren't working out for you. So we want to be part of the health industry, because so many people lie awake at night, and the two things that they think about their health and they think about their wealth, and that's lack of it. They just don't have the income, and they're wondering, oh my goodness, what's my long-term plan? What's going to happen if I lose my job? And what's going to happen for my future, for my family, for my kids? And then, of course, the more important one is their health. We all got this dangerous visceral fat around our midsection. We want to get that off, because that's the protection mode our vital organs go into to protect our body from these dangerous toxins that we have inside. So we got to get the toxins out first, which comes back to our health. So just to make another point again, it's the health industry you want to be a part of to be successful. That will give you that long-term growth for your family financially, because it's your health. Everybody needs it.
Definitely. So the next thing that's really important and that we get asked about all the time is with the products. First of all, do they work? And how do I know that they actually work? So one of the things is you can observe, you can watch people's results, you can try yourself to really take into account, is this going to work for me? But the other thing to really look at is, are there clinical studies? Is there scientific research to back up and validate the things that are being said? So a lot of companies won't do this because, first of all, it's expensive. And second of all, once those studies are done, The results are public. Everyone will know whether or not those products work. So the thing that we were really impressed with Isagenix is the fact that they not only did multiple clinical studies and third-party double-blind placebo research on their products, they actually compared their system of products to the Heart Healthy Diet, which if you live in the States is the #1 diet that if you were to go to your doctor and say, I need to lose weight, what should I do? He's most likely to recommend that you go on the Heart Healthy Diet. So something that we were really impressed with within this research is that they were able to see that the people who did this with the placebo and then the non-placebo, the one who actually had the Isagenix, they had 56% more weight loss, 47% more fat loss, 2 times more visceral fat loss, which is the fat around your midsection that Shawn was talking about, the most dangerous kind of fat. And then it helped to improve their cardiovascular health. And then it was also really important in terms of maintenance. Another question that people will ask is, can I keep the weight off once I lose it? Is this something that once I stop taking it, I'm going to instantly like balloon right back up? So the thing that I found really interesting is they did a long-term, like 14, 18-month study. Most of the studies that are done out there are 2, 3, sometimes 4 or 6 months. So they're short-term, and you can't really take into account maintenance and long-term residual effects. And is this really going to have long-term benefits for your health?
And that's what it's about. It's all about long-term. Nobody wants to get in and have some quick result. I mean, that's cool, and then just off the next day. Or nobody wants to come in and say, hey, listen, I got a little business going. This is great, and my products are getting paid for, and then everything just stops. It's all about long-term. Yes. Long-term getting healthy, long-term keep getting some energy, long-term creating something for your family. I can't stress it enough. So many people are just like blinded by the shiny object syndrome. They're just like, they're all bouncing all over the place. We want to stay focused on long-term, cutting-edge products that work, keep the weight off. It's so, so important. And clinical studies, I mean, that's huge. If there's a company out there that you may be looking at, that we were looking at the time as well, and they don't have clinical studies, oh my goodness, that's a red flag right there. I would get the heck out of there, because that is so, so scary, because they don't want to post their stuff because they're worried about any side effects or anything else that may come up once that study's out.
Yes, and so you can look at those in more detail. You can see the actual published studies if you go to isagenixhealth.net, and they have a link to see the actual published peer-reviewed studies on there. And so then the next thing to really pay attention to, because Shawn and I are really into health and fitness, and so we're very strict about what we put our name to and what we promote and recommend to people who are following us and asking for advice. And so some of the really important things that people are asking us is it GMO? Is it gluten-free? Is there soy in this? Is there sucralose? And so we were really proud and excited to be able to see that this was non-GMO, gluten-free. There is no soy protein. There is no sucralose or artificial sweeteners. And they have dairy-free and vegan options, which is also really a big deal with a lot of people's different diets out there. So we were really impressed about that. Well,
imagine we get cells in our body, and all of a sudden now your cells are getting this high-quality nutrients, this food. Remember, this is a meal replacement. So you're not having to, people that want to, be part of this, they can go and allocate some of their money that they normally spend for groceries or for food now for this, because it's a meal replacement. But now you're getting high-quality nutrients into your cells, and your cells are firing correctly. Can you imagine how good your body's going to feel? No wonder people are getting incredible results, because high-quality nutrients. We're not getting this in the stuff that we eat nowadays in our diet. I mean, the fast foods, the junk that's out there, it's crazy, it's scary.
There is so much that we could say in this category. We won't cover too much more, just to point out really quickly that the main categories that Isagenix offers, which I love because they have solutions for everyone: weight loss, healthy energy, performance or fitness, and healthy aging. Within the weight loss category, which is one of the #1 things that people are constantly asking me about, because they're always seeing the transformations that we're sharing, which are really exciting. I can't lie, it is really an exciting part about this. But one of the things that makes this different, because so many people are wondering, why does this work so much better? Why are people having results here where they haven't maybe seen in the past? So one of the big things with this is the 30-day nutritional cleansing and fat burning system. And one of the key things that really makes this stand out that I've really been impressed with is the Cleanse for Life. The light's going to be too bright to show it. The Cleanse for Life product, which I think is really impressive and really fascinating, because as Shawn pointed out earlier within that visceral fat, our bodies actually have a defense mechanism where it literally puts fat cells around the toxins in our body to literally protect our vital organs from getting poisoned. So until we first address that root issue of toxicity in the body continues to put on more fat to protect your body from getting poisoned, because we're continually bombarded by toxins everywhere we go.
And that's why so many people, they try a program out there and they maybe lose a little bit of weight, but then it comes back right away. And that's why we have this mentality, this thinking like, well, I tried that and it comes back again. This is why with isogenics, people are taking the toxins out first, the visceral fat goes away, they lose the weight, and it stays off because the toxins are gone. It's so important that you get that. That is why in isogenics, you're seeing incredible amounts of people that are losing weight and keeping it off, because the toxins come out first. That is vital that you get that.
Yes, and so one more really quickly that we'll cover in this category before we move on, and the other reason for that rebound weight gain that people are having is that in most cases, what I've seen and observed is that the protein shakes that they're taking are way too scant in calories and nutrition. So their bodies are going into starvation mode and preventing them from releasing the weight. So it's very important that you look for a protein shake that has undenatured whey protein. And one of the things that I love is that Isogenics has a no compromise policy with this, and they source their protein all the way from New Zealand, which has standards above and beyond US organic standards. And so this is something that has no pesticides, no hormones, no antibiotics. So you can know that this is safe and good for your body, and you're getting everything that you need in terms of the protein, the fiber, all of the nutrition, so that your body feels satisfied and won't be hungry like an hour later and making you wanting to eat again and have so many more calories. So then the next category, you guys, is the company stable? This is super important. Do they have a proven track record and history of success? So one of the things that we really love about Isogenics and that we were impressed with is that Isogenics has been around since 2002, and they have been on a track record and growth record that is exponential in growth, which is extremely rare in this industry. And when you've been in this industry as long as we have, and we've experienced both companies like this with experience and then baby startups, it can be so hard when you are in the reverse situation of a company that doesn't have all their tools in place. They don't have their proven track record of success. So you having to continually recreate all of your tools and reinvent the wheel, and that puts so many brakes and halts your success so much.
Oh, that's crazy. Imagine getting into these little baby companies and there's no tools, there's no support, the website's lacking, you can't get through there into the company or even sharing your products with anybody. That would just suck. What I love about Isogenics is because we're growing so fast, and we're in about 14 countries or so, might even be a little more than that now, but we are like a baby startup company, a baby billion-dollar company. So now you're part of a billion-dollar company that's only in 14 countries, because there's so many countries out there that we're going into, but we have the tools and the support and everything is in place. So the timing is unbelievable for someone who wants lots of support, lots of help, because the stability is there. Remember, we started in 2002, so we got lots of experience. All the stuff is there. We're about to hit $1 billion, and now we're going into Europe and to other places. And it's just incredible where you can be just by coming in this stage versus kind of the brand new, which I would highly recommend a person to stay away from those companies.
And this is huge, you guys, because this segues right into our next question. So one of the other things that people are always asking when they're looking at something like this is, will I have help? So maybe in the past they may have tried something like this before and they were completely forgotten about. Their person signed them up and then left them hanging out in midair, and they never helped them. They had no support, or they felt anonymous, like nobody noticed whether or not they were having success. They had no support. Nobody was rallying around them. So one of the things that we're really proud of here is that not only do we have the tools and the training that you need to help foster your success, but we have a team atmosphere, a one-team atmosphere within this company that is truly unique, where there isn't that competition. There is the genuine excitement that so many people have commented on, that it's so refreshing to be in an environment like that, where everyone is so genuinely excited to see you succeed. And it's so much fun.
Well, it's so good to give back and help other people. I mean, this is crazy. When I had a job, I was working for my boss, building his dreams. You know, the neighbors were had going through some issues, and people are on food stamps, different people at church, people are going through so much, and I couldn't really do anything because I barely had enough to feed myself and my family. Now, when you have more and you can think abundantly, there's no cap on your income. Remember, this is residual. You do the job once, you get paid on that over and over and over again. When I had a job, a linear income, I went to work, got paid, came home, didn't get paid. I literally only got paid per hour when I was at my job. And it was just crazy. Never had enough. So with this is residual, you build on that as a team, like Emily said, together. We're all growing together, and your income keeps on rising. And that's the beauty of this. And it's small, of course. Generating a few $100 a week is not a crazy amount of money, but it keeps growing from there. And I love about that. There's no such thing as a get rich in quicks in the world at all. There's nothing like that. If anybody tells you that, I would just hang up the phone or whatever. It's a lot of work, but it's so much better when you can work with the team. In the corporate America, your best friend or your buddy or your guy beside you is stepping on your head to try to get ahead of you to try to take that job away from you. Here it's completely opposite. Think of it like a Christmas tree, and all the presents are at the bottom, and everybody's helping each other lift together. Rising tide floats all ships. And that's what I love about this, because we get to bless and help other people so much better.
Exactly, and that literally ties right into our next thing that I was gonna talk about. The next question people ask is, especially if they are searching for a home-based business to help build residual income and to give them that financial freedom as well. Can I really make money with this? Is this lucrative? Is this the kind of thing that can really give me that second stream of income to provide that kind of relief that I need so I don't have so much month at the end of the money? And it really is. This is the kind of thing that we have researched compensation plans in this industry. It's very important that it's simple and easy to understand, first of all. And the phrase that they coined is you share, they share, repeat. And if you can understand that and share that and say that out loud, that's about as complicated as it gets. Eat it, love it, share it. So it's awesome.
It's so amazing. They say that, an average family, if they had even just an extra $500, that would save a marriage. An extra $500 would help somebody with medical bills or a mortgage payment, or maybe that car wouldn't have got repossessed. And we're only talking an extra $500 a month, what that would do for somebody. It's incredible, because the cap on this income in this business is so much higher than that. But that's why it's so nice what Emily was saying. It's so simple to help someone generate an extra few $100 a week, because you get paid every week, and of course every month, and then of course daily pay. So it's really nice to help somebody get to that over 500 a month very, very easily. But that is, to me, just broke my heart when I realized how many families got broken up and just going through so much over an extra $500 a month. And there's now hope. I mean, we're standing here in our home, and we're able to help 7 billion people on the planet. We're able to help everybody that can log in. You can literally build this at home if you wanted to through our help.
Definitely. And so that kind of leads into the next thing, which I feel like is such a big thing that stood out to us about this company versus other things that we've seen and experienced in the past. And it was the culture. Heart versus hype. When we were very first taking a look at this company, Ben Stevenson, the incredible gentleman who introduced us to this company, he invited us to the celebration, the huge convention Isagenix has, and there were 13,000 people there at the time. And I remember thinking, how can this possibly feel like something where you can feel connected? Because that's a lot of people, and from all around the world, all coming to celebrate and be excited. And I thought, it's going to be hypey. It's going to just, it's not going to feel personal. But it was exactly the opposite. And it wasn't very long into the celebration event where there was a girl standing on stage sharing her story. And I literally got tears in my eyes. And I looked over at Shawn and just said, this is it. This is what we've been praying for. Because we were looking for something where we'd help more people. We had seen success in the past, but it was hard to have other people see that same success and duplicate and repeat our results. And when we could see that the majority of the Isagenix millionaires have literally never done this before. They are not industry leaders. They've never been a part of network marketing. That's a big deal. That says a lot to me about the fact that, this is just purely people who love what they're doing. They have a servant's heart to help other people. And that's what this is truly all about, because if you help enough other people to get what they want in life, then you'll be able to get what you want.
And what I like about it as well is, it's so, because I was worried about this when I heard the company was in 2002, and I was like, well, maybe it's saturated. And then I found out that it's only in 14 countries, and they're not even in 1/4 of 1% of every American household. I mean, that's just America alone. Not even 1/4 of 1%. That to me is unbelievable. That's why hardly anybody knows about this. And now we're going off into Europe. Everything is in place for anybody who's sitting there saying, I want to lose weight, I want to get out of debt, I want to change my life, and you have hope. This is it right now. The timing in 2017 is unbelievable for anybody who's truly serious, wants to change their life. And of course, the products are all 30-day money back and follow guarantee and everything. So you're never out anything, but it's so much bigger than trying to get some products and money back. It's about changing your health, getting your energy back, and having those dreams and goals that you've always wanted or you told your spouse about, and now you can live that and have it with your kids. The time freedom. I mean, how would you like to get up when you're done sleeping or when your eyelids open? It's unbelievable, and you guys deserve that. I mean, I just think back when I had a job and it was telling me what to do all the time, and I had no energy and I wasn't in shape like I wanted to be. And now I get to have that freedom back and give it to so many families out there that are crying for that opportunity. That dad that goes to work early in the morning, never sees his kids, and comes home late. The mom that's working, the kids that are in daycare. You truly want a way out. This is it right now. And I'm just so honored that we get to work with so many amazing people.
Definitely. So you guys, the last thing that we'll leave you with before we close out here is just the timing. So just think about, is the timing right for you? Have you been praying for a change? Have you been praying for solutions and looking for something that might be able to help you with either your health or your finances or your time situation? Are you too busy? Because clearly the timing is right for Isagenix, like Shawn pointed out. The timing is right for our team. We're in momentum. People are having incredible results, both with their physical health as well as their finances. And we're really proud of everybody. It's so exciting and rewarding to be able to see people, whether they're single moms or Carl Ellerson, who's single out in North Carolina, an amazing tennis player, and he's having amazing results. Or couples with Jeremy and Amy having awesome results with both their health and their business. It's so exciting to be able to see people getting to where they want to be in life, and we just love that so much. So what I would ask you to just think about is what if? What if this is that solution you've been praying for? The thing is, you'll never know unless you take a closer look and give it a chance. So what I would suggest you to do is to dig in a little more. Get back with whoever invited you to watch tonight, whether you're watching live or the recording, and let them know that you're excited and that you want more information. But what you don't want to do is do nothing. You don't want 6 months, a year to pass by and for you to think, I wish I would have done it then. Because that time's going to go by anyways. You might as well get to a situation where you are making that positive change so that you can have that change in your life.
And I challenge you as well to, be careful where you get your advice from. Make sure you guys are following, whether this is for you or not for you. Just follow people who have what you want. The advice that you're trying to get, they've already done that, they live it. It's very, very important. I can't stress it enough. It's very, very important that you take that away from this.
Yes.
And you don't have to obviously believe what we're telling you. If do some research yourself. There are so many countless families that are out there, and lots of stories, lots of videos. Check it out. You're going to be amazed by all the clinical research, by all the studies, by all the different people's lives who were changed, who were once like you, like us, and now their life is completely different. It's just amazing where you can be in a matter of 6 months, a year, year and a half, whatever your goals or dreams are.
Exactly.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Yes, thank you so much, everyone who tuned in with us live tonight and who watches the recording. We really appreciate you guys. God bless you, and we look forward to talking to you soon.
Take care.
Thanks, you guys. Good night.